Process over profits. Yeah. Locked in. Yeah, profits over profits, that's the law that I live. I don't chase every candle, I protect what I give. I'd rather take the small loss than lose the life that I built. I'm in love with execution, not the dollar or the guilt. Process over profits, I don't move off hype. Risk first, then reward, that's the way that I write. If the setup isn't clean, then I'm passing on the trade. Cause I'm married to the process, not the money that I made. I remember formal days, every ticker looked like gold. Chasing every little spike till my soul felt old. Draw down heavy, screen glowing while my coffee got cold. I was trading for my ego, not the plan I was told. Now I'm patient with the levels, I'm respecting the zone. I don't argue with the market, I just listen, then I'm gone. Got my wrist cat tight, 1% on the line. If the stock is hit, fine, I can always realign. I'm not here to be a hero, I'm not here to be God. I'm a father and a husband, I'm responsible to squad. So I track every entry, every exit that I take. If the math don't add up, then the setup was a fake. Hey, process over process, that's the law that I live. I don't chase every kiddo, I protect what I give. I'd rather take a small loss than lose the life that I built. I'm in love with execution, not the dollar or the guilt. Process over profits, I don't move off hype. Risk first and reward, that's the way that I write. If the setup isn't clean, then I'm passing on the trade. Cause I'm married to the process, not the money that I made. I got members in the Discord who've been burned by the game. Blown accounts, sleepless nights, feeling broken and ashamed. So I tell them slow it down, we rebuilding from the core. You ain't here to hit a lottery, you're here to build more. We talk journal talk, our talk, risk to reward. Talk about the days off when you don't need to record. Every trade ain't a trade, every move ain't a move. Sometimes discipline is sitting there with nothing to prove. I've been up, I've been down, I've been close to the edge, staring at the red screen with my hands on my head. But the moment that I chose to put my process on top was the moment that the spiral finally started to stop. If the plan says no, then it's no, let it go. If the side feels wrong, then reduce, trade slow. If your head ain't right, step back, lay low. Cause the market gon' be here when you ready to bro. If the risk feels light, then you might size in. If the zone holds twice, that's a higher quality win. But you never break rules just to chase doing a spin. Cause a gambler gets lucky, but a trader long-term wins. That's the law that I live. I don't chase every candle, I protect what I give. I'd rather take a small loss than lose the life that I built. I'm in love with execution, not the dollar or the guilt. Process over profits, I don't move off hype. Race first and reward, that's the way that I write. If the setup isn't clean, then I'm passing on the trade. Cause I'm married to the process, not the money that I made. Oh, profits over profits, put that line on my name. When my kids look back, they don't see I played the game. Not the face on the ground, not the stunt for the fame, but your own discipline can turn spark to a flame. Profits over profits, that's the code that I teach. From the live stream starts all the lessons I preach. If you follow through with work, it's not out of your reach. Let the process be your anchor while the profits just leech.
Hey, what up, though? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Mic check 1 2 1 3. Mic check 1 2 1 3. Let's see here. Are we good? Are we good? I already know somebody's about to complain about some music. Hold up. Turn it down. Is the music and me a good level? What is up? What is up? Hey, we in here. Man, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy week for your boy. But we out here like Superman, all right? Let's get it. Y'all see it. So, first of all, thank y'all for tuning in. This is S4R Sacrifice for Riches. I'm not going to spend or waste a lot of time today. I don't waste time anyway, but I want people to trickle in. I want people to get comfy because we're gonna talk about it, all right? Weatherman Red showing up. I don't know where the energy is coming from, but I bring it out for y'all because your boy be tired. Your boy retired. But anyway, so y'all see the thumbnails. Y'all see what's going on. We're talking about Nvidia for the most part today. And then as far as like the first part of this live stream, and then we move into a rapid fire chart analysis. So for those that don't know, my name is Darrell. Stocks for real, sacrifice for riches. I've been trading for a better part of like over 5 years, I want to say. At the end of the day, I've been helping traders along the way as I also been on my journey. And more recently, as of last year, right, I was kind of pushed by the community to kind of like do this YouTube thing, right? People just wanted to hear more from me, so I just decided to do it, right? Everything so far that I've done has been community driven. None of this was the plan, right? None of this was the goal, right? So you kind of just fall into it, and I think I just made a decision to stop resisting, right? Of opportunities and things like that that's in front of me. I love helping people, so I figured why restrict myself instead of expand and reach like a greater body of people. Now, for those that know me, you know I always keep it 100, right? So for those that don't know me and you're tuning in, you might say, well, why should we listen to you? Don't listen to me, right? You can or you can't. It's up to you. At the end of the day, this is not financial advice or a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I don't pretend to be somebody I'm not, and I don't pretend to have a bankroll that I don't, right? I am not a millionaire, so I've not made it to where I want to be. I am still very much so on my journey. However, I've taken enough L's to give a ton of lessons, right? So I have learned a lot, and I think that just puts me in a position to where I can coach, train, kind of develop, right, other traders as they're on their journey, and efforts to shorten the learning curve, right, and efforts to reduce the amount of tuition that they have to pay, so they don't have to pay as much tuition as I did or other people has done. So that's what we're doing, right? We're a community. We're doing that. I'm a crown trader at KGU. If you don't know, that's Keenan Grace. So I'm over there helping that community out. I've been there for a long time, right? So that's my home. And if you guys need anything, if you guys are KGU, then y'all know that you should be able to type in the channel that says Swing Trades with Rail and hit me up with any questions you have. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm going to make this very clear. I am not going to break down my entire strategy through texting. It's just not going to happen. Like, I'm not about to write a book, and I do text a lot, right? I respond to a lot of stuff, but I'm limited, right? Like, I can't just do that. Like, I can't. Everybody wants like the quick answer. It doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist, right? And everything is subjective. So if you want more information, then tap in when we're doing the live trainings. If you're just a subscriber and you don't have a home or community, then hey, feel free to join Sacrifice for Riches, right? Consider me like a community college where it's pretty much just me, but we have a lot of other traders that's stepping in and stepping up to help everybody. That community is small, it's close-knit, and it's about supporting and uplifting each other, right? So you have somebody to lean on. And if you need more resources, more content, you want more exposure to millionaires, then come on over to KGU and come see what we're about over there. All right. So either which way, the moral of it all is, what I'm trying to say to you is, find a home. If you are a new trader in this game and you are not in a community, the communities are not some scheme. All right. It's not some like money grab or whatever the heck, or some just ploy to get you to kind of buy in. No, it's about finding a group of people that you connect with that resonates with what you're trying to do. So get out of your own way, right? And take a leap of faith somewhere, right? Just don't do this alone. That's all I'm going to say to everybody in here today. Do not do this alone. We don't have friends in our inner circles in real life, right? Outside of this digital like forum, we don't have friends right, that are doing what we're doing. Likely, most of us are those that are stepping outside of the mold and we're trying to do something different, right? We're trying to better ourselves in a different way, right? Not to say what our friends are doing is wrong or whatever is their path. This is the path we chose. So the beautiful thing about our path is that we have a whole network, right? You have access to so many people. So don't put yourself in a corner and struggle and grind and cry and bleed and sweat and whatever, stress, all that stuff. Don't do that on your own, right? You have a community of people. I advise you to find a community. It doesn't need to be me. It doesn't need to be KGU. I don't care where you go. Just go somewhere, all right? That's all I got to say. So what are we doing here? Those that are new, this is the rapid fire chart analysis, where essentially I look to the charts, or I'll look to the chat for your tickers, right? And I pretty much break down what I see, right, from my perspective. Now, it's helpful if you are to, in the text, tell me if you're looking at calls, if you're looking for puts, if you're looking for long-term holds, whatever it may be, right? Maybe you're in a position, you're trying to figure out where to exit. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? But if you give me some context as I'm talking about, like the technicals, I can direct my dialogue, right? Or steer it towards you, right? It's focused more towards what your questions or concerns are versus some broad-based explanation of what I see. All right, so that's what it's going to be once we're done with this first segment. And that first segment is called Weatherman Red, right? Where I go over a stock or ticker that we played from the previous rapid fire chart analysis. And we talk about how we made the decision and how we came up. And I'm telling y'all, every week I get a banger over 200%. I feel like it's just the normal right now, right? And if you don't believe me or whatever, just go back and check everything, right? Or ask in the chat, right? So let me take a look at the chat. I forgot to do my welcomes and hellos, and then we're gonna kind of dive right into it, okay? Let's see, Arlene, I see you, Queen. Hey, mama. Hey, everybody. My mama's in the chat, okay? So if there's anybody that knows me and knows if I'm BSing, it's her. Mama, you let them know. If I say something out of pocket that ain't true, you let them know. Because I don't care. Meaning, like, I'm going to speak the truth, but if I say something that somebody does, like my mom, and she's like, that ain't true, then it is what it is. Call me out. It is what it is. Just like anybody in the discourse. If I went ahead and just said, hey, we get about a 200% win, at least minimum one, maybe weekly, right? If I'm lying, right? Let me know in the chat. It's okay, right? Maybe I missed a week. I don't know. But shout out to my moms. Everybody make sure you're respecting the comments, because my mama here, right? And she will throw something if y'all dropping profanity words, okay? Throw it right through the digital stream and get you, right? Roll Life, I see you, big dog. Queen Fee, I see you, Queen. All right, Roll Life. Monique, I see you, Queen. Kente, what up, though? Miss Philly, I see you. Junior, what's up, guy? I hope everything's working out for you, Junior. Denise, I see you, Queen. All right. T Money, let's go. Let's go, T Money. All right. TW Prescott. Hey, Queen, how are you? Hey, I'm gonna do my best to teach and learn you today. I'm gonna do my best to learn you today. All right. Nice glasses. Hey, my glasses. Anyway, like, I had glasses, but I couldn't wear them because there was like a scratch inside of the lens that I couldn't get out, or a smudge. So I just stopped wearing them. But this is helping me with all the screen time that I get, and the eye strain. Yeah, because my eyes they're overworking to see small text. So I'm glad I have them. They take some getting used to, though. What's up, JC? I see you. Corey, I see you. Queen Anderson. Thanks for shouting out my moms. Everybody, thanks for shouting out my moms. K Quest, I see you. I like that name. All right, 18th King. welcome. Hey, I appreciate that. Shout out to my moms. Corey, he no lying. He no lying. That's what I'm talking. Tell him, dog. Victor, I see you. Wetchy, I see you. I'm seeing a lot of new names, and I love it. So please share this, tap in, be patient. I understand right now it's kind of slow. It's like, man, get to the point. But hey, I'm gonna do things the way I'm gonna do things. All right. So just bear with me and trust me, it'll be worth your time. At least I hope so. And if it's not, then it's not for everybody. So, but we're gonna get into it. I promise. Saul, I see you. Lego. All right, Architect. Hey, let's go. Throw the flames in there. Black Champ. I see you, King. Big poppin'. All right, and Matt Henry, S4R, hope you're doing well and getting everything straight in your personal life. God bless. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I just sent my wife a text earlier before this, real quick. Like, I'm one person, and what I'm starting to realize is that people are even though I provide a lot of value, I think still people are still demanding more of me, right? And at some point, I need to set a boundary, right? Because I need grace myself, right? And I'm kind of, when you get it, like that feeling of potentially getting burnt out, that's when you have to like make sure you self-reflect, and then you make sure that your systems and your mental processes are in place so you don't crash out, right? So that's going to be a focus for me tonight and tomorrow. So you might not, I'm going to be very, very quiet for the most part, okay? But I'm here, I'm helping, but at the same time, do understand that your boy is doing some self-care, self-reflecting, because it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, more than you know, right? What's good? KGU in the building. Ruben. All right. So without further ado, if there's no questions, we're gonna go ahead and talk about what we did, right, with Weatherman Red. But first, let me show you on the screen. Okay. So just so y'all know, I'm just not typing in like random numbers on thumbnails, right? Just to, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. You know how the people are, right? But at the end of the day, I'm honest, okay? I just wanted to let y'all know I'm honest, right? I do take L's. I did take an L, right? But I get wins too, right? Most of my L's come from impatience, right? That's something I've actively been working on, but nonetheless, that's where most of my L's come from if I do get L's, right? But the name of the game is don't lose the bag. All right, that's the name of the game. So as you can see, we got Nvidia call options. That was on the 6th, right? 230%, 300%. This is all in one day, right? Like 230 is the same, but 100%, 230, and 299, right? All in one day, right? And then on the other side, right? Let's see if like over here, right? We got the 355% gain right here on Nvidia, okay? And that was today, but based on the levels that I told everybody about, and best believe I'm not eating alone. I do not come on here and tell you about how great my trading is, and I'm eating alone. That's not how it works. That's not how I do things. That's not how I operate. That's gloating. I don't like that. But I will show you what we did, because I called the play. I called or gave the alert when I was looking to enter early, actually, on the play. And people chose to get in, or they chose not to get in. So shout out to those who ate on Nvidia. I got a lot of DMs saying that they ate and they're happy, thankful, whatever. Cool. I want y'all to thank yourselves, right? Because you are the one that executed the position. I gave you an alert, right? But you decided to look at the charts and make the decision to enter and exit gracefully. So shout out to y'all for doing what you needed to do to get the bag. All right. That had nothing to do with me. I just gave you a tip. That pro tip, not financial advice. All right. So I'm going to follow up with the rest of the chats, and then we're going to get over to Weatherman Red, and I'm going to get through it. All right. We're going to get through it. So let's see here. Everything's good, bro. Evening throw got cooked today. Lost a lot of money today. The market taught me a lesson today, and it did not spare the rod, right? It's my fault because I did everything you teach us not to do. You know, it's crazy because I understand that very at my core. I understand exactly what you're saying, right? You're playing against the trend. You're playing against everything that you know to be true, but something in your brain is protecting you, and it's telling you that, man, this is too good to be true. Now this has to turn around, or this, that, and the third, right? Like, so sometimes we just need to get out of our own way and just pause and ask yourself, right? What'll happen if I just stop fighting the trend? What's the worst can happen, right? If you're gonna risk losing money fighting it, well, try the other way. Try risking your money not fighting, right? And see what happens. So perspective shift. Maybe that'll help you. I don't know. But tap in when we do our live trading. Self-care first. Yes, mama. All right, big facts, bro. Mental health. Yep. Absolutely. Y'all have no idea, like, everybody's going through something, right? But this job, what I'm doing here with y'all, is demanding. It really is. So I appreciate y'all tapping in and showing love, sharing, joining the community, giving super chats. All that stuff is helpful because, you know, time is everything. Take a week off, won't be mad. Yep, might have to do that. 61 watching, 31 likes. All right, so Matthew just identified that we have 61 people watching and 31 likes. I do not move. It don't move. Rail don't move until we get the likes up. Because at the end of the day, I'm taking time, right, to break down plays for you and you know, give you everything that I got, right, and trying to educate at the same time. I'm not a millionaire, but I've seen the blueprint, right? I've seen what it takes to get there. I've seen somebody, aka Keenan Grace, I've seen him go from school teacher to millionaire, right? So I think I have the playbook, right? I know what it takes to get there. And if somebody told me that somebody's going to give me $1 million worth of game and the only thing I had to do was press a button, I guarantee you I'm pressing that button every time. So do me a solid and press the button. Just it doesn't cost you anything. But if you want to throw in a super chat, okay. If you want to become a member, okay. If you want to download the app, okay, because I built an app for traders, for things like that, Junior, by the way. Okay? So when somebody tells me the likes are up, we can move on. But until then, I'm going to answer some questions in the chat because I'm cool. Either way. If y'all watching, hit the like button. Yes, Queen, you tell them. All right. I agree. When you need a break, you need a break. I took a whole day. Hey, shout out to you, Queen. Take a whole day. Hit the like button, losers. Hey, no name calling, man. Let's go, y'all. The like button is free. Press Hulk smash the button. Yep. Lost 300 yesterday, being hesitant to set the stop, thinking the play was going to turn around. Finally got kicked, and the play turned around. Shake my head. You know, those days happen. But the beautiful thing about that day, when those days happen, and if you are able to do a mental reset, you are able to mentally reset and come back with a clean slate without that on your mind, man, you dangerous. Because that $300 is coming back to you tenfold, big dog. Okay? So just make sure you reset when those days happen, because you're not down for the count. Okay? All right, Junior, thank you, man. I appreciate you, big dog. Shout out to Junior Mendoza for the super chat. Much love, man. I don't take that for granted. Real talk. If it's $1 or $20, I'm humbled because nobody has to do it. I dropped the ball and held on to an Nvidia put. Man, we're going to talk about it. Why does the market move so... Okay, we're going to talk about it. It's manipulation. That's all. That's just what it is. I got to shake out the stop losses. All right, so how many likes we got? Because I'm ready to get to Weatherman Rail. Like, right now. I'm ready to do it. We might just have to do it because we got time constraints. So we're going to get it set up for Weatherman Rail, assuming that we're good on likes. So just give me just a moment. All right. Y'all about to learn today. Y'all about to learn today. You gonna learn today. 49. Okay. Yeah. Y'all come on, step it up. All right. So we better get into it, right? We're gonna talk about NVIDIA from the call options to the put options, and it's gonna make sense, all right? Because we've been talking about it for a minute. So without further ado, it's Weatherman Red. Let's go. All right. I need a water. All right. Hold up.
Echo going. I know. Do we still have an echo? Make sure I'm good. Hold on. I'm gonna wait because I know there's a ping. There shouldn't be an echo anymore. There shouldn't be an echo anymore. Okay. Sound. Does it sound okay? I took my cover off because they said the load. So I'm hoping that I sound clearer now. I don't want to break this. All right. I'm sorry. All right. If everybody say I'm good, then I'm good. All right. So without further ado, it's Weatherman Red. All right. So what we did, we looked at Nvidia. Y'all seen the games, all right? And I'm about to walk y'all through the play. Now, if y'all want to know the next levels and stuff like that for Nvidia, then guess what? We're going to rapid fire chart analysis, no problem, okay? So without further ado, this is going to be real quick for the call options because this was last week, right after our rapid fire. I think this was like a Friday, right? So right here, I want y'all to understand something about me. So all my charts, I work in a zone, right? I have my floor, right? And I have my ceiling, right? So this isn't my ceiling, right? This is just a little bit past, like halfway to my ceiling. Floor is always indicated in a white line, right? This is my floor for that trading zone, okay? So hit this floor, I'm looking for price action around here to play my position to the reverse. So this particular situation, Nvidia came on down and it fell to my line of 183.14, and the discords got that alert, right? That alert told you that we were looking for call options, right? Played it to the downside too, but nonetheless, as we approach this level, hold on. As we approach this level, right, we actually established a demand zone on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, this is the demand zone. So we had demand followed by a buy side imbalance. So that just told us that bulls were stepping in right at this level, and the decision was being made that we're going to hold the line. Now, if you guys were part of the I was telling y'all that these lines aren't hard lines, right? These lines, they're just identifiers for us. We need to think about what decision is being made at these lines, right? Not, hey, we're at this line, so I'm about to go ahead and hop into a short or into a call. We need to understand that the buyers and the sellers they're making a decision at these points, okay? That's what it's about, right? Let's listen up. We hear, right? So we grabbed calls right here. Now the great thing, when your levels are on point and you identify volume and liquidity, right, and price action, then you can hop into a call here, understanding your risk and actually limiting your risk. So by entering here, me seeing a doji candle at the bottom, you can't see the downtrend on the other side, but it's there, right? So my risk was low because my stop loss below this line. Confirmation, a candle closing below this line is my sign or my stop. I'm done. But that never happened. right? That never happened, right? Instead, we got in at a great moment and we rode this wave up, right? We rode this up, right? On multiple occasions that same day, okay? So anyway, got in there, rolled it up to 200% to my take profit target. So notice I have it here. So my max, my foundation, I had a 65-minute point of control, if you guys know volume profile. And then I have my first take profit target. Now, in general, just so you know, this blue right here, this is 190.29. My mindset goes, anything below this line is bearish. Anything above this line, okay? So I'm bullish more so down here towards the bottom, right? But I'm bearish for as long as we're, for the most part. Either way, that's just, an update on what that means. So the market happened. I don't know if this was earnings or what happened here, but this big pop happened on, I think, a Monday, okay? And we crossed my blue line, right? Which was a bias shift, okay? When that line hit, every of the play to the upside and the downside. Why? Because at this line, a decision is being either we're going to continue to the upside or we're just going to stop right here and flush, right? So that's what's happening at when I show y'all the play, so you guys can understand publicly what those levels are, because we're still within my trading zone. Anyway, why did I show you all the way over here? Well, it's important for you guys to understand what's transpired while we were cooking, right? While sorry, I'm a little off today, but it's all good. So while we were cooking, so essentially we crossed this line, right? Right? But when we crossed it, the bar that was to follow was a nice solid red bar, and it also had a good bearish volume down here. Okay, you can't see it. So anytime we have a big run up, we typically have a consolidation, and what you see here is something called accumulation or dip, right? And what that is what you'll notice is an increase in volume or a decrease in volume, and that's pretty much going to give you. Okay. I was watching. All right. Bad sound. Okay. Bad sound. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? The sound is a little different because I'm doing it from my tablet. But I got to pause because my mom gave me the heads up that you can't hear me. All right. And if you can't hear me, then I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to do it. Okay. Are we good? All right. I can sit. That's fine. All right, because I don't want no problems. Maybe because I was too far away. All right. So anyway, so up here is the end. We'll put a heart on that. It's the end of that big move up. So a decision is being made. It's cutting in and out. Okay. We're about to change it up. I hate when stuff don't work the way it's supposed to. Hold up. I got you. All right. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Mic check 1 2 1 3. That was old you now. All right. Well, I switched the game up a little bit, so hopefully this helps. Okay. So hopefully this helps. So I'm sitting down now. We chilling. All right. So anyway, it's still doing it. Okay. I think y'all just delayed now. I think we should be good. I hate technical difficulties. All right. So anyway, so we ran up.
right? And what I left on the chart, because I didn't want to remove it, was the VWAP. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank y'all. Was the VWAP. Okay. I'm going to get into all that. But essentially, as we went up, we got away from the second deviation on the VWAP. Now, that's not really like, that's relevant, but I don't want to overcomplicate this, right? So the main thing is the decision to continue was not really made, okay? This decision for a continuation was not really made, okay? So we've seen a lot of chop. Now, during this chop, right? During this chop, we established ascending wedge, okay? I think I'm doing this right. Hold up. Where's my thing? Okay. So the ascending wedge. I don't know if you guys can see that. So essentially, we had a rise, like with the lower, our higher lows, right? We had higher lows, and we had like an angled higher highs, right? So that creates this ascending wedge. Okay, this is a bearish formation, right? So it works like this: 3 points of contact and then a drop. That's what happens. I mean, I kind of drew that almost perfect. So we're watching for the chart pattern. We're paying attention and noticing that VWAP has flattened out, right? So we're neutral, and we're around my bias area, right? My bias shift area. So no direction was being found. We crawled into this chart pattern, which makes us bearish, right? Bulls got exhausted. We were unable to continue, and we created this bearish pattern. Sorry, this is probably not my best one ever, y'all. My bad. I'm a little out of it. But anyway, let's fast forward. So we get this sign of the wedge, right? Then after we break here, after we break above the 190.29, we run this up to the take profit target of 193.80. Okay. So again, anything above this line is bullish, right? Anything below this line is bearish. That's just what we're rocking with, right? So this is today. So we get some chop on the way up. Okay. We're ascending, we're ascending, we're ascending. Then we get a massive rejection and a huge bearish volume candle that, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, huge bearish volume. Where are you? Right here. That is letting you know that the bears are stepping in and making a decision, right? A decision has been made that the price ain't going past this level, all right? That's what's happening right here, okay? So we chopped all the way down. But I gave everybody a signal right around here, right? I seen the rejection, and I gave everybody a signal as we were approaching 192, okay? That's where we entered our puts, okay? That's where we enter our puts. Ideally, it would have been great to get this, but I didn't identify this wedge until later, okay? Until later. And actually, let me clean this up. Okay? Not till later. But nonetheless, okay, we got in here because once we broke below, we failed to retake the level of 192. Okay, good sign to have. So I told everybody, hey, we are looking bearish. Why? Because we have an ascending wedge, and we were rejected at the take profit target of 193.80, and we have failed to retake 192. I would be looking for puts early here. Now, that's confirmation one, right? Confirmation two for me that I told everybody is if we broke below 190.29, to which you guys got the levels for that, okay? So we broke below that. Some of you might have entered there. So My bad. Dial it back. Confirmation is breaking this this pattern. Okay, breaking the trend. Break a structure. Okay, we broke this structure, right, and failed to get back through it. So we broke here, right, and then we continue down. So breaking this was the another confirmation. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 confirmations that were probably pretty bearish. Okay, and the structure, all right, the overall structure. Okay, so then, did I get that right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the fourth would be breaking here at 190.29. Okay, so you have 4 confirmations to the downside at this point. Oh, let's make it 5. Why? Because you see bearish volume taking over. So all those signs, right, led us to enter puts, right, which we wrote down to take profit 1, which is an early take profit at 188.57. So I trimmed position here. Okay, I trimmed here just because, you know, part of it was fear, because I typically, when you break this zone, you do come back to retest it. I didn't want to live through retracement and theta, so I decided to trim here. Okay, that's fine, right? So then we came on down. We almost hit my take profit target of 186.79, but nonetheless, that run gave us the 355% gain, right? So shout out to y'all. And sure enough, the moment this was done, we ran back up, right, before we sold off and continued. So this was another setup for you once we came to retest and retrace. Hopefully y'all made money. I'm not going to stretch this any further. This is probably one of my worst Weatherman Rail setups, right? But hopefully it all makes sense. So moral of the story. Moral of the story. In this area in particular, right, once you have a big move, right, markets are going to trade sideways of some sort. There's going to consolidate. It's not going to continue going up, right? Or it's not going to turn straight around and go down, right? A decision is being made, okay? So it's our job to be patient and wait for the decision, because you see that even that white line is your VWAP. It was flat. It was flat. So nobody knew the direction technically, right? So we rely on our levels. We rely on our chart patterns, right? And what we know, right? Breaks the structure, right? We rely on volume, right? We rely on those things to give us confirmations of probabilities of our hypothesis, right? Where we assume, or what are we thinking the price is gonna do, right? So that's pretty much it. Hopefully that made sense. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you made money on the Nvidia play, or at least was tracking and got the alerts, okay? And this was Weatherman Rail. Probably not the best Weatherman Rail, y'all. My bad. My bad. I can't, you know, I did what I could. I did what I could. All right. But let's go back and let's get ready for the rapid fire so we can get busy, okay? So I'll check the chat, see if there's any questions, and then we'll go from there. Oh, no. Come on, zoom out. Too close to my face. All right, whatever. Whatever. All right, let me make sure I'm ready for the chart analysis here. And my throat. Okay. Water, check chat, then rapid fire. We're going to do rapid fire for 20 minutes today, y'all. Yeah. Thank y'all for the fire emojis. Again, I didn't come as clean as I wanted to come, but it's okay. Hopefully y'all gained something from it. Hopefully it made sense as to why what I did, what led to the decisions that I made, because that's really the point of it. Because when we go over these rapid fires, right, you're going to start seeing these setups and these structures, and then or these levels, and you're going to have to make these decisions when that time comes for whatever ticker that you're interested in. A shout out to 79 people being in here though. All right, I'm not there yet, Ramesh. Okay, so rapid fire. What we're about to do, I always set a timer. Okay, so I'm setting it for 20 minutes today. We're gonna see how many stocks we can get through in 20 minutes, and then it's a wrap, right? So we're gonna start the moment I switch over and look at the charts, and go from there. Let's see here. When I say go, right, we'll enter your tickers. Now, so everybody understands how this is gonna work. If your name is in green, you get priority, right? That's because you're a member of Sacrifice for Riches, and you just get priority, right? If you are a member of KGU, you also get priority, right? You just need to make sure that you put hashtag KGU within the same sentence or whatever that you're putting for your ticker. If you are just a subscriber, I appreciate you for subscribing and being here supporting the channel, but you're gonna be kind of like last. The only way you can kind of skip the line is if I see a super chat, right? That's just how it is, because it's easier for me to see certain things, and it's really easy for me to miss those that are just subscribers, right? Because of how it's set up. Your name's just in gray, but then you have green and everything else. So like I just miss you, right? So I'm gonna start this, and then I am not looking at any tickers that were posted prior to me saying go. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I'm not going through it. Okay, so here is the rapid fire chart analysis. Let's get into it. All right, what we got? What we got? All right, gotta wait until he says go. Yep, I'm not doing a quick question from yesterday. Is the supply zone the length of the doji candle? Yeah, the top and bottom. Yes. Okay. And if you have more questions from our training queen, ask me in the Discord. Okay. All right, RSP. This is brought to me by Rochella. All right, Queen. Let's see what we got for RSP. Oh man, so we are on a nice little uptrend, right? We are losing steam because we no longer have any buyers kind of sitting up here. So we're in what I call a healthy retracement. So right now we're gonna come down to retest 199.78 before a decision is being made. I do see an engulfing bearish bar forming. Oh, sorry. Oh no, this is a reversal pattern. Okay, Queen, this is a reversal pattern. Right, so be careful. You have volume that kicked up, you have a hammer and an inverted hammer at the top, and then you have a large bearish bar that just formed, and you have also sellers, aggressive sellers stepping in to push the stock down. So be very careful. Now this could really flush all the way through until it hits around 188, but anything more than this, I'm gonna have to see if I can. Let's see what I can do for you. All right, so I don't know if you're looking for calls. I don't know if you're looking for puts. So that's why it's important for y'all to kind of give me some context. Okay, so essentially, you have a point of control right here. Okay, right here, and it ranges from 200 to about 196. So you're coming to retest the top of this range, which, like I said, is the likelihood of you're going to be falling to about 198. At 198.60, like I said, a decision is going to need to be made. So consider it a shift, a bias shift, or shift in bias. So around this area, look for your signs, wait for confirmation to the upside or downside, and then you'll be playing calls to 203.99 if it's staying bullish, or puts down to 192.16 if it's bearish. All right, next up we got Pep by Queen Fee. So Pep, I know we touched on it. So look at this. This is beautiful because we drew this up, right? We said that we were in this descending triangle. I think this is what I got it listed as. 1 second, y'all. Army said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So I always keep notes because I'll be forgetting stuff and there's a lot in my mind. So let's go here, and I have it. Come on. Oh, here it is. So, yep, it's a descending triangle. So I was right. So this is technically at the bottom of a trend. It's technically like a neutral position, but how I read these, right, is whatever direction that we came into it, right, whatever direction like started to establish this the chart pattern is the direction is going to continue. So continuation. Not only that, we had a demand zone right here, right? So we rocketed through the demand zone. We came back to retest, right, the demand with an inside bullish bar, right, or engulfing bullish bar. So these were all signs that we were about to take off, and we had our breakout. So as of right now, you're now back in your consolidation stage, right? You're now trying to figure out what direction you're gonna go. And so you need to really be patient here and wait for price action to kind of give you the spiel, right? It's kind of very much so like what happened with Nvidia. Okay, so this is going to require a little bit more work as far as like levels, if that's what you're looking for, Queen. So just let me know if you want a detailed chart on this, because you're Leviathan, Megalodon in the Discord, and I got you. All right, so what else we got? CVNA Junior says looking for intraday trade, short or long. Carvana, is that what it is? CVNA. Yep, Carvana. Intraday trade. Okay. Well, I mean, you already have the levels, right? We had a cup and handle, right? We drew this up a while ago and we took off. And then we started to sustain this uptrend within this ascending triangle or this ascending channel, right? As of right now, you have, this is the daily, you have your double top at our line at 474.09. We've now come back down to retest this ascending line of support. So we have a break of structure. However, we are not yet confirmed. Ultimately, we have hit a point where we have an aggressive amount of sellers and then a lot of buyers that are here absorbing the price, right? They are interested in the price right here. Not only are we buying the dip, right? We're also trying to load up a little bit more on the aggressive side. So aggressive buyers are here, right? So so be careful right here because you could be seeing like a false breakdown. Okay, it's not until we break and confirm below this level on the daily, right? Let's go to the 4 hour and see what we see. We can do it off the 4 hour. So okay, a couple of things, right? Even now, when I zoom into the 4 hour, yes, we're below this level. We are not yet confirmed, but I see our VWAP starting to flatten out, right? I see that we're starting to get away from our second deviation. So I'm seeing these signs of a potential reversal, but I don't have a price action setup that's telling me that it's happening right at this moment. Instead, we have sell side imbalance and we have a rejection right here at the ascending line of support, previous support. So really pay attention to what's going on here, King. You said intraday, so just zoom all the way in. And I hate when this happens because now it's like, okay, I thought we were outside of it. So let's zoom all the way in and then see if price action is actually established. And even still, I still don't see price action that's going to tell me that it's time for a reversal. Okay, hold up. We do have buy side imbalance, but we now have inside bar, right? So this is probably going to pull back some more before it takes off. So you might see something like a double bottom setup. All right, let's move on. Hubs. Breeze says Hubs. I just want to get your insight of where you see it going. Stock was over $800 a year ago. Now it's at $228. What's Hubs? HUBS. Nope. I'm bad fingering this. HBUS. All right. So this is HubSpot. Okay. So let's zoom out and see what we're going. Obviously, man, ooh, sheesh. So where do I think it's going? Nowhere soon. All right. Well, I mean, this is wow, from $800. You really got to figure out what's going on with this company, because the fact that we're beating earnings, right? We're beating earnings, but like all the time, but price is getting cooked. Man, this is a company that I would want to do research on. And I don't have time for that, like on this stream, but man. Okay, so as of right now, though, you've hit a point where the sellers are probably a little exhausted. You got some aggressiveness coming in for the buyers, and we have a huge buy side or buying value, right? So I would be paying attention to about this level. I'm gonna zoom in of 254.20. Okay, it wouldn't be until I broke above this level that I would be more bullish on this stock. Right, so I would be looking for confirmation above here before I was able to hop into a long. But it does look like it's set up to come back and retake this position. So I'm gonna set an alert right here. I'm not gonna put no context on it, but it'll bring my eyes to it if it does hit. I'm not gonna talk about what's going on to the downside, because that's like a free fall, big dog. So if we can't retake this position soon, then it's a wrap, and you got some more. I mean, you can find the floor. That's pretty easy. Okay. What else we got? KGU says, this is Wedges. KGU, Amazon, AMZN. So I warned people about Amazon. People were talking about getting to calls. I said no, right? You do you, but at the same time, for me, I had my ceiling at 249.44. Okay. So we got into Amazon puts and we cooked, right? So even more recent down here. So let me get rid of some of this, because these are multiple levels of supply zones that I came across. But this was the area to which I called not you do you, right? But I was saying that I would be careful with Amazon because we fell below a key level for me at 212.71. And for as long as we're below this level, we're bearish, right? So what do? Well, we actually established an intraday supply zone after we rejected here, right? And then once this is established, we seen a push down. We see more aggressive sellers come in, and they just couldn't keep up, right? The buyers couldn't keep up. We fell below VWAP, and we came on down. So, I mean, as of right now, we're headed to my take profit target, take profit 2 of 194. We rode this wave down to 203.49 already. So what's beyond this? Well, if we break 194.17, then we're headed to 185.75, and then my floor is 177.55. If we get to 177.55, then your boy's looking to load the boat on Amazon. I do have Amazon shares, and I think my average is less than this, so it doesn't matter. I'll average up into Amazon and take advantage of the discount, because guess what? Where was Amazon at? Amazon hit a peak of 258.70. So to come from 258 all the way down to under $200, consider it a discount, y'all. All right, because y'all already know Amazon's a banker. So hopefully that helps. If you need this chart, let me know. All right, next up, DocuSign, DOCU. I don't know what caused. Hey, Victor, I don't think it's a good idea personally to play DOCU. I wanted to, right? But the contracts are trash, right? They're 100% trash. If you cannot get a bid on DOCU, then I'm not touching DOCU, right? We had our demand zone. I got triggered. The Discord got triggered. We seen the opportunity to hop into a potential call if we broke back out of the demand zone, or if we rocketed into, right? I call this after the break and retake, right? So I was looking for it to break here and then pop back up and re-enter demand, and then I was ready for calls, right? But I looked at the contracts and I wasn't playing. I wasn't messing around with that. And I mean, if you want to buy shares because you believe in this company, whatever, great. But I think that with the world of AI, man, DocuSign better step up, because they're gonna get left behind. There's too many other platforms and softwares out there that you can easily do signatures and notarizing and stuff like that. So I don't see DOCU ever getting back to former glory of 109. But, you know, to be determined. So essentially, my floor for DOCU is 38.14. We are still technically bearish. If we break above 44.89 and confirm, then we could be seeing our making our way back up to retest 51.77. But until then, we're bearish on DOCU. Let's see here. NBIS says Ramesh. NBIS. This is Neubuse Group, right? So we ran the charts on this, which is great. So essentially, we had established a floor. My floor was 88.27. We've come through, broken through the floor, and coming back to retest the floor. So as of right now, Ramesh, I don't know if you're looking for calls, puts, or whatever, but the same rules apply here, right? We need strong support at this level. The beautiful thing is how it's lining up. So think about it. My level is at 80, hold on, what is this? 88.27, right? Look at where we're getting absorption, right? We're getting absorption right at that level. This is a beautiful thing to see. This is telling us that there is some support here. There is a potential for us to show some strength and go to the upside. But until we see the confirmation of that, it's a wrap. Now, we do have some signs. We have this hammer right here. We had a liquidity grab here. We're having a bunch of liquidity grabs here. We have a lot of buying volume, like a big volume pop. So these are all signs, right, that we could be taken off to the upside. But market conditions determine that too. So this also is a demand zone. So, and I'm sure there's more established down there. So as of right now, we are in a descending triangle, okay? And the same thing that happened with, what did we just look at? It was a previous ticker we just looked at, but we were in a descending triangle. Hold on, let me go ahead and brighten this up. We're in a descending triangle, descending triangle. Right? Where do I want to, here's my base. Right? And then we broke out. So again, how I look at descending triangle, whatever the direction is that we came into the chart pattern is likely the direction that we will continue. So we could come back and retest the bottom here, this support level around, what's this, 80.19 before you see us take off and break this. Okay, if we break to the upside, then our take profit target is going to be 95.62. So if you're looking for calls, I would be much happier to get them down here around this level of $80.28. If we break, then you would be looking for either a momentum grab or a break and retest of this descending line of previous resistance to become support, so you can take it to 95.62. All right, moving on to the next. KMI option, says Denise. KMI. All right, KMI is Kinder Morgan. Don't know who they are, but they're on a straight shot to the upside. Okay, so let's see what we got here. KMI. Well, we just broke a high. All right, so that's great. That's great to see because we have some levels to fall off of or work off of. All right, so so this was a previous ceiling that we broke, right? So what I'm going to tell you, Denise, is that I'm not going to give you like a structural, hey, here's our next levels. I will do that for you within the Discord because you are a Leviathan member and I got you, right? But understand this, okay? Understand this. We are breaking this high. However, we are starting to see top wicks. So we are not yet confirmed here. I do not see us continuing up. However, we could because we have VWAP flaring up, but nonetheless, we are being met with some serious sellers and resistance, right? So volume is increasing for the sellers. This green volume bar right here, this is majority. This is becoming majority of sellers pushing this stock back down. So I would not get happy or comfortable up here just yet. And look, I just zoomed into the 4 hour. We already have a doji at the top. And so I would be looking for two things. Either A, we're going to come back down to retest this level at 31.31, or B, we're going to fall through, retest, and come on down to about $30.27. So this is, I think, probably to $30.56, right? Because I can see previous support here. So, so I'll set an alert here. Something tells me though that if we're looking for contracts, it's probably not great for spreads. Oh man, I need to drink something. Mouth is dry today. So that's KMI. A lot of talking. Okay. What else we got? Open says it's been a minute. Thanks again. Will Gray, KGU. Shout out to KGU. OpenDoor Technologies. All right. Whew. That's bright. So this is, hold up. That big orange-ish thing. That's my what do you call it? My golden pocket, right? So that's my golden pocket. So I'm just gonna tell you, like, let's keep it a buck. We had this nice run up, right? I don't know what all these circles are for, but we had this nice run up, and then we had a complete sell off, and we sold off through the golden pocket. So now we're in a bearish mindset on this right now. Looks like we're going to be falling to about $3.79, and then from there we're going to pretty much figure out what decision is going to be made on this stock, right? Are we going to bounce? Are we going to bounce here at demand, or are we going to continue to flush down to the to the basement, right? So as of right now, you're bearish, right? If you're looking for like put options, well, you do have, this is the daily, right? So this is the daily. Let me just get my stuff together. So you do have a supply zone. Let's zoom in. That's my time. I'll get through what I see on the screen, okay? So we do have a supply zone that we can go ahead and likely just wait for a retest before we enter a position. But as of right now, I would not be catching the middle of this move, right? Zooming into like the 15 minute. Bulls are stepping in. Yeah, so we got a nice volume push coming here too. I mean, I wouldn't be grabbing anything here. There's a lot of liquidity that's happening here, so I think we can actually turn around and then come back and retest this supply zone that I identified earlier. All right, so KGU says Apple. AAPL, this is Lucid. All right. AAPL. Well, here you go. I already have everything done for you. So we've just entered a new trading zone for me, or like a trading zone that I've already established. So my trading zone is ranging between 263 and 243, right? As of right now, we're in the bullish side of the trading zone. However, we're bearish because we're in the downtrend. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. One, we fell through this level. However, we started to wick up the moment we got through 263.43, right? This was a supply zone, or this is a supply zone that we did fall through. However, we are not yet really confirmed here, right? So we have to pay attention to what's going on because we have lost steam for buyers and sellers. So the sellers are giving the buyers the opportunity to step in and regain control. Will that happen? I don't know yet, but I do know that a decision is being made. So we're either going to come back and retest, this is my prediction, or we're going to retake the supply zone. So what I would be looking for if we retake the supply zone is for us to have a bottom wick at the base of the supply zone at 261.26 form for us to ride this towards the top back to 263.43. Now, again, if this doesn't happen, right? If we do retest, then I am riding Apple all the way down to 258.40 as a take profit target. Okay. just know. Now there's a, hold on, I'll give you one real quick. Hold up. So this is TP1, okay? And this would have been TP2, okay? So as of right now, my take profit targets act as potential entry positions. So if we confirm below 260.91, right? If we fail to retake this level, then we're back bearish on Apple. I'm going to set an alert here, and I'm going to set an alert here, and I'm going to set an alert here, and then I'm going to make sure I get into our app, the S4R Trader Pro app, and then I'm going to put in the swing trades for Apple within that app. So if you are interested in all my swing trades and my catalog of plays, then consider signing up for the app. All right. I'm not taking any more. I'll do Uber, and I'll do one from a non-Discord member, and he said Tesla. Okay, so let's go ahead and do Uber first. Okay. All right, so Uber. Okay, again, we're in a situation where decisions being made, right? So Uber for me, again, 71.49. I love that I have all these levels kind of already ready to go, so I don't need to really break down too much. But this level is 71.49. Let's see if I have 71 for, yep. So look at this. I already have a note for this. So it's a crossing, a shift in bias. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this is on my list to put in the app as well for potential swing trades. But for as long as we are living below 71.49, we are bearish on Uber. Now, keep in mind, we do have some aggressive buyers stepping in, right? We did have a nice healthy push up. We are seeing a lot of volume here. We are escaping and getting away from our second standard deviation of the VWAP. We do have VWAP flattening out. So these are all signs of a potential reversal. So stopping from going down to going up, and because we're leveling out here, right? So I could see us actually breaking this and then retesting VWAP. So I would warn you guys to be careful here, because they're going to try to chop you up. You really just need to be patient and wait for price to confirm above, right? And price action to tell you that it's time to get in and ride this wave to the upside. Because the moment we cross VWAP, if this happens with Uber, then we will be taking this all the way up, probably back to $82.98. I know that's a long way, but at the same time, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So the last one was Tesla, TSLA. Okay. So, man, this is beautiful. And I'm sorry, I am missing some of these plays, but there's plays everywhere. Tesla's bearish, right? Tesla's bearish. We are, I don't think Tesla looks like it's about to slow down anytime soon. I actually see Tesla falling down to below $400, right? So this is a an area, a known area, or a point of control here, and a decision is being made, right? We have sell side imbalance. We have, however, we're neutral in VWAP, whatever, right? I'm not really worried about VWAP in this particular situation. I am paying attention to what volume's doing and what's happening at this level here. So you see this push up right here, it really was not sustained volume with that. Okay, so I am still bearish on Tesla. Okay, Tesla bearish, right, until it proves me otherwise. This is a supply zone for Tesla, right? And the base of this supply zone is 417.25, right? We really need to retake this position to be bullish, right? Retake 415.49 first, but then understand we have this wall of sellers to actually go through at 417.25. So just be careful as you're looking at this. So tomorrow, I actually might be looking at a Tesla play. So let's go ahead and see if I already have one drawn up at 415. Looks like I have something here. So let's go ahead and read what notes I put in here. So below, bearish, max take profit 409.09. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, above, bullish, max take profit 434.38. You guys are welcome. So that's what I'm playing. I will keep this alert here. If you are Megalodon or Leviathan within our Discord, you will get the alert when I get the alert. So understand this. If you guys join my community, I am one person, right? But I've put systems and processes in place so it can pretty much feel like I'm always present, right? So when I'm charting, when I'm taking notes, when I'm setting alerts for myself, when I'm doing pretty much anything, for the most part, when I get the alert, you get the alert. You get the alert sometimes before I get the alert. I have it set up this way for a reason, because what I've found after all of my years of helping people, right, and then just sharing trades, I found that if I enter a play, right, if I enter a play and then I do the screenshot and then I send it up to everybody else to let them know that, hey, I'm in. By the time I tell people that I'm in, I'm probably up 10-15%, and you're not getting that opportune entry on the position as I did. So what did I do? I teach and coach people on how to play my levels, and then what to look for, and then so when that trigger happens, they have the freedom to go ahead and execute on that if they so choose, right? Do your own due diligence, whatever. But if you want to be in the Discord, if you want those alerts, then go ahead and sign up. There's a plus button, money sign or something like that allows you to do that. The other way to do it is, if you don't want to be in the Discord, is if you download my app, right? And I'll put the app link right here. So that's the link to my app, right? I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much, K-Quest. I really appreciate that. So that was the rapid fire chart analysis, everybody, right? So shout out to y'all. I appreciate everybody for participating. My throat is so dry, but let's talk about it. Let's see how many we went through. We went through Tesla, Uber, Apple, OpenDoor, Kinder Morgan, Neubuse, DocuSign, Amazon, HubSpot, Carvana, Pepsico, Invesco, Nvidia, right? So we covered, 13 different tickers. Shout out to y'all for running this engine, right? This was a great session. We've had better, but it's okay. We still did our thing, right? And we still found plays in here that we can go ahead and load up on between tomorrow and next week, right? So remember, some of these trades have not yet hit the levels that we need for us to do what we got to do. So be mindful, be ready, right? And if you're in our Discord, you're going to get the alerts when I get the alerts. I got some homework to do, aka I'm going to break down everything. I want to show y'all one thing real quick. One thing. So when I say, let's just do Nvidia for example, because I know what's there. So 190. So when I say I give you a breakdown on trades, this is what it looks like. Okay. So when my alert comes through, I'll let everybody know, hey, Nvidia's crossing my level. This is a trade alert. This means that Rail has eyes on this trade more than likely, right? If I don't, you do, because you're going to get the alert when I get the alert. My entry is 190.29, right? My strike price, I'm giving you the entry, I'm giving you the strike price, I'm giving you the take profit targets, I'm giving you the stop loss, I'm giving you the estimated premium that you have to pay for this position, right? I give you everything you need for you to make a decision, but you have to do your due diligence and then go ahead and do your charting, right? And then decide on whether or not you want to play the position. So if you are interested in doing that, right? If you are wanting to be a part of that and you want to learn about how I'm doing things, then come on and sign up. The tier to get is Megalodon. That's the minimum I would absolutely advise you get, because it's the absolute best value, right? And shout out to the Discord members that show out in here. keep in mind, y'all, I want y'all to know this. This rapid fire thing, it was not meant for public. It was meant for Discord, for members only chat, and public could just watch. That was my original intention for this, right? So that still might happen, but I also understand that I'm growing a channel and an audience and stuff like that. So I'm trying to welcome participation, and for as long as things are going well, right, I will keep this public and just keep it moving, right? So I don't know how I can get smaller. There we go. All right, so let me do that. Let's take a look. All right, so let me know. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you found this helpful, right? Or if you learned anything today. Let me know, because that is what's important for me, because it tells me to keep doing it or not to keep doing it. Good night, mama. I love you too. Miss Philly, I went over Uber. Hopefully it helped. Miss Philly, if you have more questions on it, just hit me during the trading session tomorrow. I am checking out tonight. The only thing that I'll be responding to in the Discord is if people are trying to upgrade or members are struggling to get in, right? Or something weird, right? So, Leviathans, just so you know, my Leviathans, they have affiliate links. I don't care if you guys share those affiliate links within the channel, okay? So the rapid fire, by all means, share your affiliate if you so choose. I am KGU, just didn't realize I needed to include request Tesla. Oh, you already got Tesla. That's all good. Again, K-Quest, I appreciate the super chat. My wife is stepping in as a moderator saying, it was fire. I appreciate you back. She know I be trying. Hi, mom, number 2. All right, Lucid, I see you. Thank good. Okay, good night. Good night, Ramesh. Take care of yourself. Protect your peace, Rel. Thank you, K-Quest. I really need to do that. My wife tells me to do that all the time, and I need to listen to her more often. But I gotta find a way. I'm in like an overachiever, and I like to over deliver. I want everybody to win. I have an app that I want to be polished, and I got these goals. So there's a lot. This YouTube channel, like, there's a lot on my plate. It's a lot on my mind. There's a lot of things that I want to work out and just be great. But the only thing is that I do a lot, and when I do that, I fear that people, because it's psychology, right? You'll expect that as the norm, right? When essentially I'm just over delivering, and I don't want people to assume because I do something and how I do it is the standard. I want y'all to understand, right? The perks, for instance, the perks that you see on YouTube, I supersede those perks, right? The perks should be the standard. I deliver well beyond what that is, right? Now, that won't change necessarily, but there will be things that I might dial back on because I need to protect my peace. But at the same time, I don't think I'll ever not provide value beyond the dollar you pay, right? If that makes sense. So my thought process is this should pay for itself, right? My brain says this should pay for itself. For as long as everybody's using their resources, right, and they're doing what they got to do, it'll pay for itself, right? So that is my goal. I don't want anybody to feel like this is kind of strong holding them. But if you got a Netflix subscription, if you got a Hulu subscription, if you got a Disney Plus subscription, if you got a Peacock subscription, if you got an ESPN subscription, if you got a Charter subscription, and you ain't in the community, right, and you not like locked in with somebody, then and you're struggling, I think no judgment though, but there needs to be a shift in your priorities. Are you really about this life? Are you really wanting this to work for you? Those are serious, hard questions only you can answer. But I will tell you that I'm here to help anyway. Rather you're in my Discord or not. Rather you're in KGU or not. You know, rather you're a subscriber or not. I don't turn anybody away. I do what I can when I can, because I just think sometimes people just need somebody like a helping hand. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you. You know, it is what it is. It's just how the world is. But I don't ever want to get too big where I'm turning people away or I'm ignoring people, right? Like, that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. So I know I can only do so much, but I will always do the best I can. All right. Good night, fam. Thanks, y'all, for the support of my hub. Yeah, thank you, babe. You can't pour from an empty cup. Yes, you're right. All the subscriptions. Yeah, all the subscriptions. I got that Fire Stick subscription. Yeah, there you go, bitch. Great energy. I appreciate that, Arctic. All right. Everything. Hey. Rail been acting like a Fire Stick, JC. Real talk. And I'm about to be done. I'm about to be done playing Fire Stick Rail. Because I'm tired. Time is precious. All right. So, thank y'all so much. I'm going to get out of here. And peace and love. I'll see you on the next one. Everybody, take care. No, we gon' flip it.
This that late shift, graveyard, pockets on E. This that praying in the driver, God, don't let me bleed. This that thumbnail, live stream, teaching about the teeth of the market while I'm fighting for my family to eat. This that knee brace, aching from the miles in the mud. This that E5 rank that I earned with my blood. This that YouTube grind when the views was a dud. Now we talking about a movement, not a maybe. This a flood. Sacrifice for the riches, that ain't just about the cash. That's about the sleep I gave up just to break a broken past. That's about the liquor I refused when I could've hit the glass. That's about the therapy I took instead of speeding off and crash. That's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own. I was clocking in for bosses that ain't know my middle name. They just saw the numbers hitting, they ain't see the inner strain. Then I turned my pain to content, turned my lessons into game. Now I got a tribe of traders that refuse to play the same. Discord buzzing charts up, members learning how to move. We ain't chasing lotto tickets, we're protecting what we prove. Teaching risk, teaching patience, teaching how to keep you cool. Cause I lost enough myself to write a whole financial school. My sobriety a badge, my resilience a shield. Every L I ever took became a tool I had to wield. When the market tried to break me, I just studied how it killed. Then I built a better system, now I'm walking through the field. Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stone, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own. When I say sacrifice, you say for riches. Sacrifice for riches. Sacrifice for riches, from the trenches to the digits. When I say process, you say over profit. Process over profit. Process over profits. We ain't stopping till we locked it. From the runaway son to the soldier in the dirt, to the husband with a white queen fighting through the hurt, to the father of 2 daughters that he put in every verse, to the trader and the teacher helping others break the curse. I'm the sum of every scar they tried to use to hold me back. I'm the voice of every kid who had to grow up in attack. I'm the proof that if you're willing to go all in on the path, you can lose a couple battles and still never lose your track. Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all thinking I'm grown.